Right now, 2 corrections officers at the Portsmouth City Jail are out of a job after investigators say they changed logbooks. The State Board of Corrections says in those logbooks, the officers claimed they checked on inmates who died, but they never actually did. 2 other COs at the jail near Farmville were fired as a result of the same investigation. It began in November, in part because of Jamichael Mitchell's death. He's an inmate at the was at the Hampton Roads Regional Jail.